Hello to everyone. Hello from Texas. I am Grandpa Hickory. I heard some very interesting things on the radio today, and they were discussing President Bukele in El Salvador. Uh, he has stopped the MS-13 gangs in El Salvador, and they have imprisoned, oh man, millions of prisoners. But President Putin of Russia has asked for these prisoners. They would like to use them to place them immediately on the front lines in Ukraine, more or less to be used as cannon fodder. And the rest of them, they will be used in training the soldiers of Russia in bayonet usage and hand-to-hand combat usage. And these are things that are going on. Also, I heard that there is an international press, something from the Blind Society or something. They want these prisoners' eyes, and they're willing to pay millions of dollars for their eyes so that they can help other people to be able to see throughout the world. And now you say, well, wait a minute now, Grandpa, that is cruelty. Well, did you know what the MS-13 gangs do here in America? Do you know what they do in El Salvador? Maybe you ought to Google it and just look at it and think it over. But I was amazed at it. President Bukele of El Salvador has completely, totally wiped out the MS-13's influence in El Salvador. And the people of El Salvador are actually able to live in peace. And now, if you remember, I hate to tell you this, I always loved President Reagan. I always thought he was the greatest. I'm like Mark Levin. I thought that President Reagan was wonderful. Well, I found out that President Reagan donated $10 million a year to the military forces of El Salvador, fighting against the people of El Salvador so that they could keep them beaten down with the MS-13 in full charge. Do you remember the movie Black Hawk Down? It was actually a real happening. Well, I hate to tell you this, but President Ronald Reagan, he contributed $10 million to the MS-13 people, and they were able to purchase Stingers that were used to bring down the Black Hawk helicopter in El Salvador. And they fought against American troops, etc., etc., as I'm sure you're well aware of. And you're saying, well, Grandpa, you're just full of gloom and doom. No, I'm not. I'm talking facts to everybody. Do you realize that crime is out of control? Our borders are overrun because of all these Democrat voters that they're importing across the borders. And you know that's the truth. Tell it like it is. All of us are bad people because we're no longer voting for these ungodly people. We're fed up with their lies. We're tired of them destroying our nation, brainwashing children. They don't even know which bathroom to go to. Do I go to a boys or do I go to a girls? I don't know whether I'm a boy or a girl. Let me tell you something. In 1964, they took prayer, they took God, they took Bible reading out of all schools. This was the Democrat Party, United States of America. They brought their teachers, instructors in by the millions all across America. The professors in all the colleges began brainwashing people, and the brainwashing started all across America. It spread. We do not teach anything in school. We don't teach the Bible, but I tell you what they do teach. They teach that sodomy's okay. Nothing wrong with it. They teach that robbing, stealing, going in Walmarts and all these other stores and stealing and destroying everything and attacking people, that's okay because these poor people are hungry, Grandpa. They're hungry, so they have the right. And let them go. Crusoe in Dallas, Texas, district attorney, he lets them go. Y'all can go in and get $600 worth, but you can't get more than $600 worth now. Dallas, Texas is a sanctuary city. They have brought, I don't know how many millions of people in from San Antonio, Texas, that they have brought across the border. President Biden has flown all kinds of, they call them migrants, but they're illegal aliens. Hey, if you're going to come in our country, you come in like my people did from England, from Scotland, from the UK. They have to come in, they have to learn the Constitution of the United States, and they have to stand up and they have to make an oath unto God before witnesses that they will honor America and the Constitution of the United States of America. Well, these people come across the borders, they don't have to do that. Nope. They're here to vote. Yeah. I heard on the radio this morning that they're putting things through to Congress right now. They're demanding that all these people they have imported, the George Soros paid people by the millions that are pouring across our border and are already invaded in our nation, they're going to get their votes. They don't need our votes because we're bad people. We no longer want to vote for them. So, hey, they're going to go outside and they're going to just go against our Constitution, bring everybody in. Then they're going to give them all amnesty and go give them voting cards, driver's license, which they're already doing. They're already doing it. But I'm going to tell you something. We are all in serious trouble in this nation. And you know, all I can say is this. There's a war coming just as well. You know this as well as I do. I mean, hey, listen, these things are not being done in a corner. And I don't want to see it. I'm just like you are. Hey, I love God. I love peace. I love harmony. I like getting along with people. Well, I went to Walmart here in Texas. I was minding my own business. There was 13 military-age young Mexicans that confronted me in the parking lot, and I'm thankful to God I was spared. All of a sudden, a bunch of people came out of nowhere. They were bringing their groceries out. There must have been 15 of them, so these guys kind of looked off. While they were looking off, I jumped in my car, and I got out of there as fast as I could. Friend, this is happening all across America. They are accosting people at red lights and in parking lots and in streets. They are carjacking them. This is going on everywhere. Listen, a lot of people talk about President Bukele of El Salvador. Please Google it and find out about this man. They say he's a bad man. Well, he has destroyed the MS-13 gang. A lot of people in El Salvador can actually plant gardens, and they can teach their children about God, and they can sing psalms and hymns, and they can talk about the goodness of God in the land of the living, and their throats are not split and slit by MS-13 people coming in, gang members. Friends, there's war coming. You know it. You can feel it in the air. I was talking to my granddaughter the other day, and she told me, Grandpa, you can feel it in the air that there's something fixing to happen. Things are just not what they used to be. And you can feel it. And friend, you know it is. I don't mean to seem like a doomsayer. I'm just saying, people, we're all in serious trouble here in America and throughout the entire world. Why can't people get along? Why can't people be at peace with each other? I'm terribly concerned about the coming election this November 2024, because I heard a lot of them talking this morning on the radio, and these are the people in power in Washington, and they were stating that they will not give up power. I'm not talking about a third world nation. I'm talking about this is the United States of America, the political party that is in effect right now in Washington. They have no intention of giving up. They were talking about their armies of Antifa and BLM. Friends, God help all of us, our children, our grandchildren. God help each and every one of us. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Help my channel to grow. And please pray for our nation and all the peoples of the world. We are in a very dark hour, and we need God's help to get us through all this. Thank you for stopping in. I'll see you on the next video.